By chance, tap on in, man, before I start building on the subject matter, man. It's almost going to turn into a sermon, man, because I got some things to get off my chest. Got about 40, 45 minutes, maybe an hour to get this message off my chest, man. So hopefully y'all got some time to listen to the kid build. And I always appreciate y'all input, man, y'all add-ons and things of that nature, man. So I'm going to give everybody a chance to tap on in. Jamar, peace, what's happening? You already know. It's a rhetorical question for me. You already know what it is. You already know how I'm about to go in on it. But I just thought I'd pose the question in all fairness. Y'all know how I go. Magic, Andronicus, peace. Montel, peace. What's happening, everybody? What's the word? Justin, peace. Yeah, we about to go in on that, man. We about to go in on this era, man. About to go in on it. Y'all know what it is, man. It's the thirst trap era that we in. It's crazy out here. Antoinette, peace, queen. What's happening? Jeremiah, peace. Montel, everything is smooth my way. We good, we centered, we balanced, we at peace, but we just got some things to get off from chest here. Oh, Magic, no doubt. Yeah, we gonna go on it. Mark, what's happening? Mark Adams, what's going on with you? Master Tool, peace. What's cracking? What's happening? What's the word? But yeah, we about to dive into it, man. We about to dive into it, man. This tasteless society that we live in, man. And then people wonder why. Yeah, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. I ain't gonna start just yet. Nero, peace, what's going on? Andronicus for sure. And then everybody be striving to justify it, man. We justifying it. And people wonder why they get objectified out here. How you wondering why you get objectified when you co-signing and you just, listen, you co-signing and you justifying things like OnlyFans and you wonder why women get objectified all the time. But we want to sit right here and we want to defend OnlyFans. We want to justify OnlyFans. Listen. Come on, man. You can utilize that mind to generate whatever it is that you think OnlyFans is generating. Come on, man. If you think that that's your only way to generate that revenue, then you are sadly mistaken. You don't have to expose yourself. You don't have to reveal yourself to these thirsty folks out here. You preying on the thirst out here. You preying on the thirst out here. I ain't too fond of that. You preying on the thirst. That's what you doing. That's what you doing, Lindell. Peace, what's happening? Master 2 for sure. For sure. They say it's a career. Wow. It's a career. That's what it has turned into, and that's how they justify it. Again, when we bang on it, they give us all these type of reasons, man. They always want to go back to what we doing. Man, listen, utilize that mind, man. Respect yourself, man. Stop revealing yourself to any and everybody, man. Leave some things to the, like, man, don't be preying on people like that, man. Don't be preying on people like that. You got a lot of creeps out here, man. And y'all wonder why these creeps exist. Because y'all feed them stuff like this, man. We got too many creeps out here for y'all to be talking about OnlyFans is a career, man. Like, it's too many of y'all being kidnapped. It's too many of y'all being killed already. And y'all want to sit here and justify OnlyFans. Y'all want to sit around here and co-sign OnlyFans. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all know, man, these creeps, not only are they creeps, but they are some intelligent creeps, man. They know how to hack and do all this other type of stuff, man. You keep playing with these creeps. They gonna find out where you at. They gonna find out where you at. Quit playing with them, man. Quit playing with them. Quit playing with Miss Donnie Peace. What's happening, man? Quit playing with him, man. We need to quit putting ourselves out there like that, man. Goody Mob said it, man. You got to respect yourself before I can. Like, that's literally what you have to do. Oh, Miss Donnie, for sure. It always go both ways. But like I said, we gotta stop feeding the thirst, man. You gotta stop. You got the people that's thirsty. Listen, if you give them something to drink, they're gonna keep coming back. If you give them something to drink, they're gonna keep coming back. Man, you gotta allow that person to just die of dehydration. You gotta allow that man to die of dehydration. The moment you give him a little sip of that water, he is going to come back. He is going to come back. He is going to continue to come back. So you gotta let him die of that dehydration. So every time we get on these platforms, man, and we give them a little something, a little sip of the water, man, we have saved them. We have saved them. We got to kill them off, man. That's how you kill off the creeps, man. You got to let them die of that dehydration. Y'all know what the thirst trap is, a little sip of that water. That's just enough to keep that creep alive, man. That's what that is. That's what that is. Oh, Jamar, for sure. That's a good comparison for sure. My man's kills on you say you're not thirsty. No, you're not thirsty. Hey, get rid of that thirst, man. Get rid of that thirst, man. We gotta quit playing, man. On both ends, man. We listen, quit revealing yourself like that, quit exposing yourself like that, and then dudes just gotta stop being creeps, man. Just gotta stop being creep. If you a creepy dude, then you deserve everything that's gonna come your way that's negative and destructive. Quit doing that. It's not time and place for it. MC, what's happening? What's happening? But man, it's crazy out here, man. Yeah, Mark, man. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's wicked out here, man. As far as the new age perspectives and whatnot, man. It's just twisted. It's hard to have a conversation with somebody that is immersed in the new age way of thinking. It's hard to have a conversation with them, man. It's really hard to have a conversation with them. Man, you out on these platforms, man, just revealing yourself, man, and you think simply because you're getting paid to do this that it's justifiable, that makes it okay, that makes it respectable, that you getting paid to do it. All right, it's respectable now. Yeah, because I'm getting paid to do this. I'm getting paid to tease these people. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Master Two, for sure, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it. So when people see that there's money to be made in it, you already know people gonna flock to it. Just like when there's money to be made in ignorance, guess what? We gonna put out the ignorant content. Like if I put out this ignorant content, then there's money to be made. So let me go ahead and rock with it. Let me go ahead and be ignorant. Let me post ignorant content. Let me follow the wave. So when people doing this OnlyFans, oh man, they made $1 million in a day or something like that. Oh, let me go ahead and get on this OnlyFans. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me get on there. And I know not everybody that's on OnlyFans is exposing themselves and doing things of that nature. I know that. But it's a lot of them that are. And where I get frustrated is the people that are on there doing that. Like mentally, man, some of these people, man, are bright mentally. And they can generate that a multitude of other ways, man. They don't have to, they don't have to take that route. Don't have to take that path, man. Don't have to take that path. Don't have to take that path, man. You just don't. Oh, Jamar, for sure, man. Listen, OnlyFans ain't gonna go anywhere, man, because you gonna have these thirsty dudes, man. You gonna have these type of dudes that's gonna always exist. So OnlyFans ain't gonna go anywhere, man. But again, it's not that, man. Listen, y'all gotta understand like the danger that y'all putting yourselves into, man. When you put yourself out there like that on the internet, man. When you expose yourself like that on the internet, you're putting yourself out there, man. And again, I'm not saying that the perspective that people will adopt based on how you putting yourself out there is correct. But what I'm saying is people will adopt a certain type of perspective. So therefore, when and if they see you in public, they will make some assumptions that may or may not be correct. And you may get in your feelings about said assumptions. And it's all because of the way that you putting yourself out there. This happens, man. This is the way the world is, man. This is the way the world is. So you got to be mindful of how you presenting yourself on these platforms, man. Be very mindful of that. Like that is key. Be mindful of your presentation on these platforms. What they say when you have an interview, when you're going to meet somebody in the physical, the first impression is what? Everything. So be mindful of the impression that you're giving off on these platforms, man. Be mindful. Be mindful. Memphis grind hard. I can believe that for sure. I can believe that for sure. Ms. Donnie, you say not you say knowledge is restricted, but sex is not. No, and we know why sex is not. Because marketing 101, what they tell you, sex sells. So they get like, listen, we got to be mindful of anything that they like allow and don't get rid of. Like, man, come on, man. Like, if I come out here, like I said, I talked about the vaccination and I got my video banned. But man, listen, you could be on OnlyFans doing whatever you want to do, and then that type of stuff is cool. But if I get on any platform and I start dropping certain types of information, then they shut my whole video down, may shut my page down. But I can get up on here and expose myself, and people pay a premium to see it, and it's cool. But if I get on any platform and start saying certain things, then I'm public enemy number one. That's the world we living in. It's the world we living in. Killzone, you say, what about the men that benefit off that OnlyFans money? Man, I don't really honestly care who benefit, because it goes back to the pimp game. Like, you benefiting from the OnlyFans, you probably pimping. But if you got an OnlyFans as a dude, I still don't rock with it. I don't care who benefiting from it. I don't care who getting paid from it. If you on that joint, you exposing yourself, man, I don't approve. I don't approve, man. I don't approve at all, man. I just don't approve, man. It's better. Whoa, now I'm back. I don't know what, man. My phone just blacked out on me. Yeah, that's correct. My phone. Whoa, buddy. Y'all know what that's all about, man. My phone just literally blacked out. I don't know what just happened. My phone just did something crazy. Whoa. My phone ain't never did that before, man. I'm obviously streaming from the phone, and that joint just did something crazy. I might have to get off. They may have just tapped into the phone, man, because my phone just did something crazy. My phone just did something very crazy, man. I can't even describe to y'all what just actually happened with my phone, yo, but that mug just blacked out. I couldn't even see the screen, man. I don't know what just happened. Joey, Nigel, peace, what's happening? Nah, my phone was just, that mug just blacked out. Man, I done forgot where I was at, man, because that phone, that just threw me off, though. Just threw me off, man, but we about to get back to the build, though, man. Jamar, for sure. It's probably, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I go. It probably, you know what I'm saying, a little feminist movement or whoever, you know, one of them joints probably was like, hey, what dude talking about? Black him out. Black him out. You know, they be tapped in over here, man. I'm telling you, I feel like they thoroughly watch me, man. I'm gonna give y'all a little story before I get back to venting. Man, I told y'all, if y'all saw my live some weeks ago, about the fire marshal over here, man, like kind of spying on my building and was trying to catch your boy slipping, but I got all my paperwork, so they wasn't able to catch me slipping. Well, one of my homeboys that I trained came over here, what's the day? Today, Tuesday, so he came over here yesterday, and guess who rolled up on him? The police. Police pulled this man over right in front of my gym. And I feel like they eyeing me, man, because they pulled him over, man. They took his gun out the car, everything, man. Thought it was about to get real over here. And they didn't have anything on him. They didn't give him no type of ticket, man. Nothing. Just pulled the dude over for coming up in this gym, coming up in this lot. So I'm like, man, what's going on? I was like, man, what they pull you over for, man? They said dude was speeding when he obviously wasn't speeding, because they ain't even give him a ticket. They took the gun out the car. Dude even had weed in the car. They ain't give him no ticket. So they just straight harassed dude, man. And I feel like they eyeing this building, man, because that was kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy, man. It was weird, man, but I do feel like some eyes on the kid. I feel like it's some eyes on the kid, but I always felt like that back in my Facebook days, man. But it's all good. But they pulling up on people, pulling them over, and it's right in front of I'm talking about my door right here. He was right in the next parking spot, and the cops pulled over. Then they called, you know how they do it, call the backup. So another cop came. So I had my phone. I said, all right, man, it might get real. So let me get this phone out just in case I got to film something. Because once I seen him take the gun, I was like, oh, this might get nasty out here. So I'm like, I had the phone out ready to film. So it wasn't about to go down on my watch, man. I had my eyes on him the whole time, off in the cut. Wasn't about to let it go down. We was gonna have to take some drastic measures, man. They got me messed up. I don't care who watching. They got me messed up, man. Y'all can try to do what y'all want to do. I ain't going out like that, man. I ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. God in Hollywood, Bonafide, what's happening? What's happening? Memphis Grindhard, man. I used to be on Instagram streaming, but man, I gotta get back on it, man. Gotta get back on it. Terenzo, peace. What's happening? Marcus, peace. Miss Donnie, you already know. You already know. I literally look when I tell y'all, I'm like what Malcolm X said, man. He lived his life as if you already dead. Listen, I once I started coming across certain pieces of knowledge, man, and just my perspective being the way that it is, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all can relate. If everybody is thinking one way, I'm probably thinking the total opposite. That's just the way that I've always been. Some people say that I do it on purpose because I'm trying to be different. Nah, man, that's just naturally how I am. If everybody's going left, I'm naturally curious as to why is everybody going left. That means right must be the better way because everybody going left. I don't want to go where everybody is going. So just by me having that type of mentality as a youngin, I feel like I was destined to just put that out there, man, to just go against the grain and make it public. So I can't live my life in fear, man, because of my perspective, man. The way I view a lot of things are against the grain. The way I view everything pretty much is against the grain. And that's just the way that I am. So in order for me to even be comfortable living, like I got to express myself, and me just expressing myself is going against the grain because of my perspective. Man, I have a hard time following trends. I have a hard time talking about what's trending. I have a hard time agreeing with the popular perspective. I just have a hard time with it. And that's just how I've always been. And that's why I'm talking about this in a manner in which I'm talking about, because I don't rock with it. I don't rock with it. I don't rock with it. There's plenty of other ways, man. Maybe I respect y'all too much. Maybe I respect y'all too much and just hate to see y'all take that type of route when I feel like y'all got way more potential. You know, so excuse me. Excuse me, that may be what it is. That may be what it is. I see more in y'all than just that. And I'm gonna give y'all a jewel. And I'm gonna give y'all a personal jewel. Because again, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself. Because I'm like, y'all done seen 8 Mile and things like that, man. I'm like B-Rabbit already knowing what people gonna say. See, I already know what somebody would say to me. And I wrestle with this. So that's why I know where a lot of stuff stems from. To this day, I hate doing it. And people have tried to encourage me to do it because of the industry that I'm in. I used to, back in the day, when I was dealing with insecurity, heavy, what was the one thing I had working for me was my body. I was always muscular, man. I was always muscular. I was always kind of swole, ripped, and shredded. So what did I do when I got of age, when like the internet was just popping off with like MySpace and things like that? I used to always take pictures shirtless. The reason why I was doing that because it was the insecurity. I didn't feel like I had much to offer than my own body. And to this day, I've done videos shirtless just because of the fitness space, man. But I made a vow to myself to stop doing that. And I'm probably going to get back on it. I hated doing that because it always reminded me of the insecurity. I felt like that's all I had to offer. So that's why I took all my pictures with no shirt on. And I knew what would result in that. I knew if I took the picture shirtless, I knew that would take attention off everything else and people would just see the muscles and they would flock to it, and it worked every time. So every time I would go outside, have a tank top on, no shirt, something, I was always one of the first ones to take the shirt off and things of that nature. So when I see that type of stuff, whether it be a man, whether it be a woman, I always feel like it stems from an insecurity because I was that, man. That's why I was doing what I was doing. Heck, if OnlyFans existed back in the day, I might have been on that joint because that's what I was feeling, man. Insecurity. Y'all know how it is, man, being of a certain shade. You know what I'm saying? You had an insecurity, man. I had the nappy hair, man. I had the locks. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't desirable back then like that. Now everybody love a person with some locks. But back when I had the locks, when I had the nappy fro, when I had the braids, wasn't as desirable. But I did have the body, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to just expose the body. So if I'm going somewhere, I got to make sure I got what they call the wife beater. I had the tank top on. So I did that, and it stems from insecurity. So again, when I see that type of stuff, man, that's how I look at it. Like, you doing that is an insecurity there. But now we try to, since we making money from it, then we try to cling to that aspect of it. I'm doing it because I'm making money. Nah, man. Nah, man, I was doing that. It was insecurity. I wanted a certain type of attention, and I was getting that attention. It's the main reason why. If I would have been getting paid, that just would have been a bonus. But the fact that I was getting the attention was enough for me. So again, you can miss me with that because you're probably doing it because of an insecurity, and you want the attention. You want the attention, man. I'm telling you, we've been there, done that. It ain't just women that suffer from insecurities. Like, men do too. We do too. So a lot of times women act like we can't relate. I'm like, nah, I can relate, man, because I was that dude. So I know what it's like to deal with insecurities, man. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. I know exactly what it's like. Oh, Joey the Serpent, man. Listen, I don't. What I would say in regards to whether or not do I have insecurities now. I'm gonna put it like this: the insecurities that I had back in the day affect me today. I'm gonna put it like that. Me having the low self-esteem, the low confidence, it affects me today. I have bad habits to this day because of that. That is hard to break. Like, I don't like looking people in their eye type deal. Like, it's just like little things like that were born because of those insecurities back then. So it's kind of shaped some of my bad characteristic traits that I possess today that I'm striving to break. But it's complicated because I've been doing the things for so long. So it ain't necessarily do I have any insecurities now. It's that the insecurities that I had, like, they impact me today. They impact me today. Like, that's why I would deem myself socially awkward, man. Like, and the social anxiety, why I don't like to be around crowds of people, why I don't like to be around a lot of people. I always used to feel like people was looking at me in a negative light type deal. That's where all of that stuff stems from. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. Yeah, so the insecurities that I had back in the day definitely impact me, man. They impact me today to this moment. So that's why when I see things like that, man, I know where that's stemming from, man. You're not just doing it because you're getting paid. That sounds good. Sounds good. You doing that for attention. You doing that for attention because originally, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like when you first did it, you got paid. You knew that it was possible to get paid. You knew it was possible. You knew it was possible, but you ain't get a check the moment you signed up for the OnlyFans. You ain't get a check. You ain't get a check the moment, I'm finna sign up. The moment I sign up, I get $1 million. No, you had to work to get that $1 million. So you going to that OnlyFans, it's a deeper reason why you even felt that was appropriate to do. Because you can literally get your millions doing a bunch of other things. A bunch of other things. But you settle for that. And it's a reason why you settle for that. And it ain't just the money. It's always an underlying cause. And I'm telling y'all, it's always an underlying cause. So these are things that we got to solve, man. We jump into these platforms for certain reasons, and we not getting to the underlying cause of why we jumping on these platforms doing what we doing. Literally, man, that's one of the reasons why it took me so long to get on YouTube and stay consistent to it. Because I was like, man, you know what? I gotta better myself first. I don't want to be on YouTube talking unless I deal with my problems first. I don't want to be one of the hypocrites. I don't want to be one of the walking contradictions. So I don't want to get on YouTube. I don't want to be on these platforms telling people this, that, and the third. Whole while my life is in total opposition. Whole while I'm a wreck. No, I'm going to get myself together first, man, because you got to save yourself in order to save somebody else or help save somebody else. Self-savior. So I was like, man, that's one of the reasons why it took me so long to get on the platform, because I'm like, nah, man, I ain't ready for it. Mentally, I'm not in the best space. I'm not in the best space. I could have easily jumped on these platforms and did things for attention. I can still do that. People be talking about my channel all the time. Man, your channel should be this, that, and the third. I said, nah, I'm good, because I know exactly what to do to bring the attention my way. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, and I don't want to do it. I'm good, man. I don't want to do that. I used to be that person that did things for attention. You get the attention, and guess what? Problem is still there. Insecurity is still there. You still sleeping with that insecurity. It's not solving a problem because you got that attention. Nah, but you running from yourself, man. That attention is not going to solve a problem. That money that you getting from that attention is not going to solve a problem, man. Money is not going to solve your problem. Yeah, you're going to be able to afford therapy and all that to try to solve the problem. But at the end of the day, you got to deal with that problem. You got to face that problem, and you are the only one that can solve that problem. Fletcher, man, listen. The best advice I can give a young bull that has insecurities, the one thing I would have told myself, if I could go back in time and I had to speak to myself at this age now, stop seeking outside validation. That's one thing that was killing me. I needed the rest of the world to validate my greatness, to validate my beauty, to validate my existence. That is where the insecurity stems from. I felt like if didn't nobody tell me I was beautiful, if didn't nobody tell me I was great, if didn't nobody tell me I was handsome, if didn't nobody tell me I was good, then I wasn't. Don't do that. Do not do that. If you just don't do that, man. Don't do that. Do not rely and depend on outside validation for anything. Please don't, because that will be your downfall. That will lead to you self-destructing. That will lead to you self-destructing. Underdrift of peace, what's happening? That will lead to you self-destructing. Do not rely and depend on the outside validation. Please don't. And some of you parents are garbage because you know some of these kids depend on your outside validation and you're not supplying it to them. You know what I'm saying? You know you got to be telling that child that, man, because the outside world finna be telling them otherwise. So you got to at least be the one that's telling your child, hey, you great. You can do whatever you want to do. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're this, that, and the third. You should at least be doing your job. You should at least be playing your role, your part. So come on, man. But one thing I would tell a young boy in their 20s, man, don't rely on that outside validation. Don't depend on that outside validation. Because a lot of people are just screwed up out here, man. A lot of people want to see you miserable. So don't depend on that validation. Because they only going to strive to bring you down to that level of misery that they at. So nah. Master Tool, man, listen, man, people don't understand the amount of insecurities that I've had to deal with, man. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, man, I done came a long way. That's why, like I said, I see it, man. I know what this stuff is all about because I done came a long way, man. I have dealt with a lot of insecurities, man. That's one of the reasons why I walk around the way that I walk around, man, because I realized something early, man. I realized how, man, I just realized how artificial and how trash people are, man. One of the things that I realized, man, just back in the day, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all another Jew, man. I'm gonna keep giving y'all Jews right now. Keep giving y'all stories about my life, man, so y'all can know and understand where I'm coming from. I was always one of the smart students. I was always on the honor roll. I was always, man, like stuff was just easy to me. I was always excelling mentally where I was at, okay? Wasn't getting no attention back then, man. I was always excelling mentally. And even fit, man, I was decent. That's why basketball was my thing, man. I was good at basketball. But I was mentally that dude. I was out of the dudes in the class, I'd probably be in the top 3. And out of the entire class, I'd probably be in the top 5. I always had the good grades. Mentally, I was always that dude. People wanted me to do their homework. People wanted to cheat off my tests, things of that nature. Honor roll, honor roll, honor roll. Almost straight A's here and there. If I got a B, people was like, what's happening? So I was always that dude, and I wasn't getting any attention at all. Just being that dude at all. The moment I started getting the attention is when I started to just expose myself, started to hang around certain crowds. That's when I started to get the attention. That's when I started to get the attention. When my hair got longer, when I started showing off the muscles. So I said, okay, that's why I had, I'm not gonna lie to you, my queens on here, but I had the most trash perspective in regards to women back in the day, because that right there turned me off. I was like, man, y'all wasn't rocking with the kid when I was out here on honor roll, but now I'm out here giving y'all this appearance that I'm hanging around the wrong crowds and I got the hair and then I'm chiseled up, I'm muscular. That's what y'all focused on. That's what y'all want right there. That's what y'all want. I could be dumb as a box of rocks, but since I'm showing y'all something physically, that's what y'all gravitating towards. Y'all gravitating towards the muscle. Not the fact that I was smart, not the fact that I had the intellect. Didn't care about that. And for the longest, man, listen, I ain't care about women in that regard. For the longest, I was telling women, the only reason you talking to me is one or two reasons. You only talking to me because of the way I'm built physically, and then I may be popular. I'm hanging around certain people now. I'm like, man, that's the only reason you talking to me. So that created trust issues. I didn't like back in the day, I did not trust that women were authentically attracted to me, like mentally. I always felt like they was talking to me because of like the way I was built physically. I literally felt that was it. I felt like that was the only attraction. So that created trust issues, man. I literally did not feel like women at that point in time were like fully attracted to me. It was only like, man, dude built nicely. That's it. So man, that created some trust issues, man. I had a trash perspective towards women for that reason. I'm like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. When I was out here minding my business, man, just getting good grades, man, just mentally evolving out here, ain't nobody care about the kid. But when I start hanging around the wrong crowd, growing my hair out, showing the muscles, then, oh, okay, let's see what he's talking about. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like that's what it, like that's where I was at, man. Glad I snapped out of that though. But that's where I was at though, man. That distorted my whole, like I was like, man, this world is trash, man. That's all y'all really care about. That's it. That's all y'all care about out here, man. Y'all care about the fact that I got the muscles, man. Y'all don't care about the fact that I'm smart out here, man. Who teaching y'all this? Where y'all getting this from, man? You know what I'm saying? I was one of the ones, man. When people say they made fun of the smart dude, I was one of the ones, man. You was out here on the honor roll, so you going on field trips to certain places with all the smart kids, and they literally would try to make fun of you. They had you feeling like, you know what I'm saying? They had you feeling a certain type of way about yourself because you out here with the so-called nerds. You know what I'm saying? You done made the honor roll, so you on the bus going to the field trip, wherever y'all going with the smart kids. And they trying to talk bad about you. Man, that is a reality. That happened. Like that literally happened. Ah, man, y'all nerds. Like that's listen, man. Come on, man. You call me a nerd today, I will accept that. Back then, that was like fighting word. You ain't want to be called a nerd. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. That nerd was a degrading term back in the day. It still is actually. It still is, man. You call somebody a nerd, like they straight out offended, man. Don't call me that. Nah, man. A nerd is something that you want to be. A nerd is something that you want to strive towards and strive to be. But man, they called you a nerd back in the day, man. And what y'all don't realize that happened when y'all was calling young men nerds, y'all don't understand how y'all was impacting the young man. We don't want to be called that, man. We don't want, listen, we wanted that attention. I'm going to be the one to admit that. I'm going to be the one to say that. Listen, we wanted that attention from the girls back in the day. So when the girls was out here making fun of you, calling you a nerd, you didn't want that. That didn't sit well with you. You didn't want to be classified as a nerd. So you about to start doing things that you normally would not do. You going to start acting out. You just going to start doing this type of stuff, man. That is the type of condition and environment that created. Like, man, it's not that like, and I know that you learned that from somewhere. Master Tool, man, it took me, man, it took me a minute. It took me some years, man. It took me some years, man. Cause like I said, I wasn't too fond of, I'm telling y'all, man, I had some very crazy views in regards to relationships. And once I tell people I came a long way, y'all don't want to know what I used to think and how I used to think. Y'all just don't want to know. Y'all really, it is ironic that I'm in the situation I'm in. It's ironic that I'm married. I literally will never forget, before I even got into the relationship that I'm in now, that I ended up married, like I literally told somebody, I said, man, I would never get married. Never happen. I said, man, that ain't even on my bucket list. Never. Even me and my wife now, like that was a thing because I was opposed to it. I didn't want to do it. I'm like, man, I'm not doing that. Not doing it. I was opposed to it. If y'all have read Revolutionary Suicide by Huey Newton, then the way he viewed marriage and relationships, I viewed it the same way. If you haven't read that book, read that book, and you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Like you will know exactly what I'm talking about. That was my exact view. When I read how Huey Newton viewed it, I was like, that's crazy. That's exactly how I see it. That's crazy. Oh, Trey, for sure. For sure, man. I know I got a cousin, man. I got a cousin that stutters, man. And it's crazy, man, because like I said, people will make fun of it, man. People will find any little thing and make fun of it, man. People find any little thing and make fun of it, man, and don't realize what they're doing. Don't realize how cruel that is, man. Don't realize it. Oh, man, it's a two for sure, man. I'm telling y'all, man. If I'm telling y'all, man, my views back in the day, man, I'm going on 31, man. So you talking 10 years ago, man? My views crazy, man. Crazy. My views is crazy, man. You think they crazy now? They was worse then. They was worse then. Like I wasn't having nothing. Like anything that was traditional, I was not fooling with it. No, I don't fool with that. No, it's too traditional. Get that away from me. Don't fool with it. I just was opposed to all of that stuff, man. And for good reason. For good reason. Man, Tay, I'm not gonna tell no lie, man. I'm done. Like I ain't gonna tell no lie. Eventually, what it boils down to is it's literally a compromise, man. And when people talk about it's a compromise. Cause I really still don't view marriage the way everybody views it. Like to me, it's not is like nothing to me. It may be something to her, it's nothing to me. Because like I said, my view on it is it's just a label. I don't care nothing about it. I see married people that hate each other all the time. Marriage is just a label. It's not an indication of love, so it don't really mean much to me. Just because we married don't mean we love each other. Just because we married, being married don't mean anything to me other than we went through the process. That's all that means to me. That's literally it. That's literally it. Marriage does not indicate anything for me. I see married couples that hate each other all the time. I see married couples that's incompatible all the freaking time. So marriage itself means absolutely nothing to me. And that's exactly what I was expressing at the time. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the compromise, man. Are you really striving to be with you really fool with the person that you're striving to be with or that you are with? And if you are, you going to do something, you're going to compromise, man. You're going to compromise. And that was one of the compromises. But I told her, like I said, man, my view towards it, don't expect for me to act and respond a certain type of way because we married. I said, because that's not going to change. It's not going to change. My view towards it ain't really going to change. I'm doing this for you, basically, is what I'm telling you. But my view towards it is not going to change. As harsh as that may sound, it is what it is. Don't think that all of a sudden I'm finna be walking around talking. Y'all, if y'all notice, I rarely use the terminology wife, husband. Can't stand, like I rarely use that terminology. I rarely even mention being married. Like I don't even care to use the labels, man. I just don't. I mean, it's not something that I throw around like that. And a lot of people, oh man, that's cold, that's cold. I'm like, man, you got to chop it up with the kid in order to gain an understanding of where I'm coming from. Again, I don't care anything about them labels. I have seen people use those labels and throw those labels around for years and they mean absolutely nothing. Oh, that's my husband, that's my wife. Oh, wow, they cheating on each other. Man, I don't care about nobody. I don't care about throwing them labels out there. That's almost like being on social media and always posting pictures of your significant other or with your significant other. Those be the main ones that be cheating. Those be the main ones in the rocky relationships. So I don't care anything about all that, man. I don't care anything about any of that nonsense, man. I'm good, man. Listen, we good. You know what I'm saying? I'm striving to elevate. She's striving to elevate. I'm striving to be healthy. She's striving to be healthy. I'm good. I'm good, man. I don't care anything about this label. I don't care anything about that, man. I don't care anything about that, man. What we say love is the highest form of understanding. You can have love without the marriage, man. You can have love without the marriage, and you can have the marriage without the love. So point blank, period. The only thing that changed is I told her to this day, I said there's only a few things that's about to change. The fact that you can refer to me as husband and your last name may change. That's it. That's the only thing that's changing. But people was like, how does it feel to be married? It's like the same way it felt when I was with her when we wasn't married. People was expecting some magical answer from me. And now it is the same, bro. Like nothing changed. We woke up one day, we was married, it was the same. Nothing changed. Like, come on, man, I don't live in this fantasy world. I'm not about to be telling y'all, man, the day I got married is the day that changed my life. No. No, the day I decided to change my life is the day my life changed. I'm not about to tell you marriage, getting the label husband dramatically changed my life. No. I was already at the point of my life changing. I was already on that road. I was already evolving. So that was already happening. Ain't no label expedite the process. Ain't no label make me more of what I already was becoming. It did not happen like that. It never happens like that. So, man, I don't romanticize stuff like that, man. I don't. I don't romanticize stuff like that at all, man. Point blank, period. And a lot of times, people don't understand that, man. People don't understand that. You gotta always strive to gain an understanding. It's a lot of people that hear what I'm saying and be like, dang, that's cruel, that's messed up. No, it's not, man. Just gain an understanding of where I'm coming from, man. Once the understanding is understood, then you can see that I'm not as heartless as you may be thinking at this particular point. So always strive to gain an understanding. Always strive to gain an understanding. People judge without striving to gain that understanding, without making the understanding understood. And that's a mistake. That's a mistake. My boy Antonio, appreciate that donation. But that's a big mistake. Nah, Underdrifter, man, hey, it ain't no hell to be given. She know where I stand. She know where I stood. She know where I stand in regards to this concept. And that's why I say love is the highest form of understanding. Because when love is involved, you willing to make those compromises. You willing to do things like that. That's what it's all about. If I wasn't willing to do something like that, then that's when you can give me hell. But I was willing to do that. Listen, just like when Malcolm X said we need to learn to put our religions in our back pocket so we can fight the greater enemy. When you able to put certain things like that in the back pocket and say I'm gonna do this for the greater good, you are now becoming a better man. You are now becoming a better man, so people don't understand that. Just like we need to put a lot of our differences to the side so we can come together and sit at the table and strategize so we can take over. Like, it's the same thing in a relationship, man. You gonna make compromises, man. You gonna make compromises, man. You gonna put some of your petty differences, some of your petty perspectives in the back pocket. That's what's up. That's what we gonna do. No lentils and vegetables, man. I just fast. Listen, I ain't got no problem not eating. Withholding food from your boy is not doing anything. I have no problem not eating. I will fast. Bananas at the crib. I'm eating the bananas. I drink water. I'm good. But again, like I said, man, we gotta strive. We gotta strive to gain that understanding, man. We gotta strive to gain that understanding. And a lot of people, when you possess a certain mentality, man, you are, for the most part, you are always misunderstood. I know some of y'all can relate, but I feel like where I'm coming from most of the time, I'm always misunderstood. I've always felt like the most misunderstood person in the room due to my perspective. Again, it ain't that I'm going out of my way to possess the perspective. That's just how I feel, man. Man, listen. My phone is killing me right now. What is happening? Phone is killing me, man. What's happening? But yeah, man, man, hold on, y'all. Give me a second, man. This phone killed me. We finna solve this phone problem, because this phone do one more thing to me, gonna have a problem. Give me a second, man. All right, man. We about to solve this phone problem for good, man. This phone out here giving me some problems. All right, it blacks out again. They ain't trying to let me be great out here, man. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all, man. We about to fix this issue. About to fix this issue for good, man. Hold on. All right, hold on. We about to fix this issue. They keep playing with the kid, man. All right, I think we in there, man. Hold on. All right, hold up. All right, I think we in there, man. I think we should be good. All right, hold on. All right, I think we good, man. Something else happened to the phone, man. I'm about to be ready to fight in a minute, man. Cause this is getting a little irritating, man. This phone ain't never did this type of stuff, man. But we trying to vent here, and I don't like when people tamper with my venting. I don't fool with that, man. I don't like that. When I'm venting, I need to get everything off my chest. When stuff tampers with it, I got a problem. You know, that's another problem that I've dealt with, you know. So I've dealt with a lot of problems, man. We deal with temper issues, man. I don't like things messing with my flow here. Oh man, I have some on the lip. Hey man, y'all some good friends, man. Y'all let me know if someone on the lip, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, Thunder phone, hey, phone trolling, but it is what it is. I shall prevail, man. I'm decent. I'm decent on the electronical end, man. So we good. We gonna figure things out, man. But like I said, man, just being the most misunderstood person in a room, man. I've been that. I feel like I've been that my entire life. And for the most part, it's not by choice. It's just like the way I naturally view things is always different. And with that, a lot of times, my perspective is not intended to cause harm. But since it's misunderstood and since it's typically against the grain, then it indirectly causes harm. So I've noticed I spend most of my life explaining myself. I spend most of my life explaining my perspective. People can't understand and can't fathom how I had a perspective that I have towards certain things. How could you not view this like that? How could you not view this like, because I don't. Like, I done got to the point now where I'm exhausted in regards to explaining myself. It's annoying, man. I feel like I spend most of my life explaining myself to other people in regards to why I possess a certain perspective or certain perspectives, man, plural. Because like I said, a lot of my perspectives are unpopular. Master Tube, the crazy thing is I actually do. And I'm not gonna put people on blast. I actually do. I actually do. And it's just like I see the attention. And it's just we live in an era, man, where everybody is so thirsty for attention because when they feel like when they get the attention, they can get the money. You know, so everybody just thirsty. What can I do to go viral? What can I do to get everybody to view whatever platform? What can I do? And again, like I said, one thing that's always at the top of the list, that will always be at the top of the list, is sex. That's one of the things that will always be at the top of the list. Sex will always sell. It will always be at the top of the list, man. So it's the era that we live in, man. It is ridiculous, man, because that's one of the things that will always sell. Sex and controversy. Y'all done heard me say this before, man. Those are two things that you can guarantee will generate some attention your way. And that's why everybody opts for one of those routes. I'm gonna either be controversial or I'm gonna either sell sex. That's what I'm gonna do. We act like righteousness cannot generate you some wealth. We act like being healthy can't generate you some health. I'm going to tell y'all something for sure. Motivational speaking, man, that's a profitable industry. And you ain't got to be controversial. You ain't got to sell sex. Man, motivational speakers make a lot of bread. Man, just being in the health industry, being in the fitness industry I'm in, that's profitable. You ain't got to sell your body. You ain't got to sell sex. You ain't got to be controversial. You ain't got to say nothing that's controversial. So, man, that's like a myth, man. That's like really a myth, man. There are plenty of profitable industries out here that do not that will not lead to you resulting in having to be controversial and selling sex. Period, man. Period. Plenty of things you can do where you don't have to go out of your way to be controversial, or you don't have to go out of your way to sell sex. Plenty of things you can do. Beatrice, man, appreciate that donation for sure. For sure, appreciate that donation. Appreciate you tapping in. See, that's the thing. Not being able to help if you sexy, nah. Emphatically, no. And the reason why I'm about to harp in on that, and the reason why I be having because again, we know what we doing when we move a certain type of way, when we dress a certain type of way, we know what we doing because we not blind. We know what we possess, man. Like I said, it goes back to the insecurity. Way back in the day, stuff that affects me to this day. Like I said, when I would walk around with the wife beater on with the tank top, or when I would walk around shirtless back in the day, I knew what I was doing. I knew what I was doing, and I knew what type of attention that would generate. I knew it. I knew what I was doing. But the thing of it is, I wanted that type of attention. As crazy as that may sound, I wanted that type of attention, man. There was that validation. So it's a way that you can conduct yourself. Even if you think you know what I'm saying, sexy, or even if you think you have all of these assets, it's a certain way that you still can conduct yourself or should conduct yourself. And it's a lot of people that possess these assets that don't conduct themselves in that manner and in that light. And that's the problem that I have. When you know exactly what you like, listen, when you know exactly what it is that you're working with, that you possess, and you go out of your way to reveal them, that is a problem. Don't do that, man. You're going to get some very bad attention coming your way. And you don't want that attention coming your way. Don't do that. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a jewel, man. Even listen, when I worked at the bank, when I was in banking, a lot of people did not even know. People didn't even know. I'm gonna give you, man, listen, I work with a banking, man. I let a dude, what was it, man? I think I showed a dude my Instagram or something. Dude followed me on Instagram. He came back and it was a customer, man, because I was in the bank trying to get clients for training. But I told him, I was like, man, you can follow me on Instagram, woo, woo, woo. Dude followed me on Instagram. He came back maybe a week later or so, because he came in there every week. Man, that dude was like, bro, I did not know you was that swole. Because again, I didn't wear clothes, like I wasn't one of the dudes working in the bank wearing the tightest clothing that showed off the muscles. So dude saw me on Instagram, was like, man, I had no idea that you was that swole, because you know what I'm saying, the clothes that you wear in the bank, man, they ain't tight fitting and things of that nature. I said, yeah, I do that on purpose. I do that for a reason. So dude didn't even know I was that swole. It's like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I could easily be the one walking around showing off my chest, showing off my arms. I could easily be the one doing that all the time, man. But I wasn't finna do that. Dude had to get on my Instagram to see me actually working out and lifting to figure out that I was like that swole, man. So that's how, and a lot of times, man, people don't conduct themselves in that manner. Man, you see everything, man. See everything, man. Some people, especially women out here, man, you might as well just be naked. Might as well be naked out here. Oh, I'll tell you, Stoicism, that's my favorite philosophy. That's my favorite branch of philosophy, because I fit it to a T. Fit it to a T. When you look up Stoicism, the philosophy, that's me. It's like I created that branch of philosophy. I really feel like that's me. I really feel like that's it. And Master Two, man, yeah, they according to the world, I'm a Scorpio. According to me, I'm just Ebel, man. AKA Universal Adam. If y'all don't know, that's like my righteous name. But that's who I am. But according to the world, the day I was born would label me as a Scorpio. Don't really know what that means. But that's what I'm labeled according to the world and they zodiac signs and all that good stuff. But man, we gotta stop all the nonsense. We gotta stop running to these platforms instead of running to our problems, man. And I'm gonna give y'all, man, I'm giving y'all some stories, man. That's one of the reasons why I was so vocal back in the day. Like, y'all wasn't my friends on Facebook for the most part, but that's why I used to be so vocal back in the day on Facebook, man. That was my outlet. Like that was my outlet. I used to be on Facebook all the time, man. Like I said, man, y'all, I feel like I say this all the time, man. People have told me this. This is the only time I really would talk about myself in a bracket. I feel like I was ahead of my time on social media. Before they started implementing all these algorithms, man, I was ahead of my time the way I was operating on Facebook. I was ahead of my time, man. I was ahead of my time. But one of the main reasons why I was posting so much on Facebook, because I felt like that's the only place where my voice was heard. So I was doing that for insecure reasons, man. I was dropping a bunch of knowledge, dropping a bunch of information on Facebook because I felt like those were the only people that were listening to me. I felt like the people around me, I couldn't have these discussions with them because they viewed me as crazy. You know what I'm saying? They thought I was crazy. They thought these books was making me crazy, this, that, and the third. So I felt like Facebook was my outlet, man. So I was running to Facebook. And that really wasn't solving my problems, man, because again, the love and whatnot is cool on these platforms, man. But at the end of the day, man, you got to sit with yourself, man. I wasn't happy with myself at that particular point. I ain't care about all the love I was getting on Facebook, man. I ain't care about all the people that were sharing my statuses. I thought that would make me feel better, but it didn't. So I had to sit with myself, man. I had to really sit with myself, and I had to get to the root cause of a lot of my issues back in the day, man. And I was running to Facebook, and it was like an escape. Making all these statuses on Facebook, posting all this knowledge, posting all of these documentaries. It was an escape, man, just having these conversations, having people view you in a certain light. It was an escape, man. It was me running from myself. It was me running from my problems at the end of the day, man. And that's just a fact. And that's just a fact, man. So a lot of times, man, we be on these platforms, and again, whether you're doing it from a business perspective, we can all say that we seeking attention. But man, we seeking this attention for a reason, man. We got to understand the reason why we seeking the attention. We got to understand the reason. Like, some of us just got to the point where we making money from it, but before we were still on these platforms. You know what I'm saying? We got on the platform for a reason, man. And it's a lot bigger than just making money, because there's other ways you could have generated your money. You chose this way for a reason, man. So you got to get to the root cause of it, man. Just like I had to get to the root cause of, man, like I'm telling you, people used to come at me. Man, you be on Facebook all the time. You always posting. Do you sleep? And I had to get to the root cause. Like, man, why am I always on Facebook? Why am I always posting? Man, I was always on social media, man. Back to the MySpace days, even when they had what they call Bebo, man. I used to always be on the computer. I used to always be on social media. And I had to get to the root of that, man. The root of that. I had to get to it. Seeking that attention, man. Seeking that outside validation. You wanted to know that it was other people like you out here. You wanted to know that it was actually people willing to listen to what it is that you have to say. Like, I was seeking that, man. I just felt like the people around me ain't really care about what I had to say. Ah, man, you just young dude. You just crazy. You don't know nothing. You ain't experienced no life. So once I got on social media and I realized it's people out here that actually fool with what I'm saying, man, I was thriving off of that. And like I said, that's one of the main reasons why I didn't come to, man, I've been had a YouTube channel. I was on YouTube, man, I was almost on YouTube when YouTube first was created. I got like 10 YouTube channels, man. Y'all can go find old highlight tapes of me playing sports from years ago. I graduated in 09. You can find highlight tapes back then. I was on YouTube back then, posting videos, doing all that type of stuff. I was always on YouTube. But once people start talking about, man, you need to get on YouTube, you need to get monetized, I was like, nah, I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get on there. I don't want to do that, man, because I feel like I get on there, and it may be another attention type of situation. So I had to get my mind right, man. I had to make sure I'm straight. So therefore, if I get on there, man, I'm going to just, again, speak on things that I have experienced, speak on things that I have learned, and I'm not doing this for the wrong reasons. And a lot of people do this type of stuff for the wrong reason. It ain't really about the money, man. You got to make sure what is your message? What is your purpose? When somebody listens to you, what do you want them to take away from it? You know, so I had to get to the bottom of that. I'm like, man, I don't want to get on here, man, just to do things for attention. I want to get on here, man, to help people. Just like I've helped myself, just like I'm continuing to help myself. So I had to get down to the purpose of it, man. I don't want to just do this for money. He was like, oh, man, you can get on here, you get monetized, man, you can make money off YouTube. Man, that sound cool, but that ain't what it's about. I'm like, man, do you see the type of content I push out? If I keep putting this content out, man, I'm essentially going to end up banned, man, if I really go hard as I want to. So it really can't be all about the money in regards to me because of my message, man. The stuff that I talk about, eventually it get real. So eventually they going to get tired of what I'm saying. Eventually that's what's going to happen. And she says that about the OnlyFans. So we just gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and ignore that and just appreciate the donation, but we gonna ignore that. That's what we gonna do. Hey, Master Tube, man, listen, it's funny that you say that because that's how I was. I was feeling closer to the people. Like I said, man, if y'all, like I said, I told this story before, but my name on Facebook was Illuminati Bell. It was a lot of Illuminati people. It was a lot of people with Illuminati in their name. And I feel like I was one of the ones. I'm not saying I started it, because Tupac put that term out there a long time ago. I'm not saying I started it, but man, it was a movement. And I feel like I was at the top of that movement. And I felt closer to a lot of them people, man. I felt closer to a lot of them people than I felt my own family at the time. Because they weren't really understanding my progression. They wasn't really understanding my evolution at the time. They wasn't understanding it, man. They wasn't understanding it. But the people that was on Facebook, man, that was liking what it was, that was inboxing me saying, man, that documentary you posted helped me. That status, man, I hadn't had people tell me just based off of my Facebook post back in the day, I was the reason why they stopped smoking. I was the reason why they stopped drinking. And I'm talking about these people, I ain't even know that was like friends with me or following me. Hit me up randomly like, man, I saw, man, something you said a year ago, man, it resonated with me and I stopped smoking. And I've been free from smoking ever since. Like, that's crazy. That's the reason why I be doing what I'm doing, man. I figured out that was my purpose, man. Like I said, my grandfather always called me a preacher, man, and I didn't understand what he meant then because I'm like, church ain't for me. Church never was for me. So I'm like, man, I don't see myself being a preacher. That ain't never happening, man. I'm like, what did you call me a preacher, man, for? I'm not going to be preaching in nobody's church. I don't like church like that. So I was like, dude, don't call me that, you know? That's how I thought about it in my mind, man. Don't call me preacher, man. If anything, I'm teaching. But now I see what he means, man. I see the science behind that name. I see the science behind that nickname. I get it. Pops to my grandfather, man. My grandfather seen something in me before I saw it, before anybody else saw it. My grandfather was the one that called me that. Ain't nobody else called me preacher, man. My grandfather was the one that called me preacher, man. And you got to know my grandfather to understand why that's important. He called me preacher, man. That he could have gave anybody else that name. He has been calling me that, I think, before I was able to even talk. He could have gave anybody else that name, man, but that's the name he gave me. And there's some science behind that name, man. And I feel like that's part of the purpose, man. So my grandfather, man, indirectly gave me my purpose, man, spoke my purpose at a young age. It just took me a minute to realize what he meant by preacher, man. So that's I gotta thank my grandfather one day, man. My grandfather about to hit 90, yo, in August, man. August 1st, grandfather about to hit 90. I gotta let him know, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that preacher man label because now I get it. I understand. But that just shows you, it shows you something about DNA. It shows you something about being connected. Because, man, like I said, my grandfather, dude, we got a lot of grandchildren, man. That's a lot of grandchildren, man. What is it about, like 10 of us, man? 9, 10 of us, however many. Out of all of them, I get that nickname. How? Out of all of us, man, I get that nickname. Anybody else could have got that nickname, man. Anybody else, man. Anybody. I got that nickname, man. That just right there just lets you know something, man. It lets you know something, man. People be in tune, man. People be in tune. People be in tune, man. And like I said, my grandfather, he was in tune, man. He's not caught. Matter of fact, nobody else really has another nickname that indicates them doing something. It's just like a play on words in regards to their actual name. That's everybody else's nickname. Like, they nickname may have something to do with their actual name. My nickname ain't had nothing to do with my name. I'm just going to call him a preacher man. So that in and of itself, man, you got to, like, hey, you got to listen to people, man. It's a few things that I don't play about. When the elders talk to me, man, I tend to listen. And then one thing you don't play about is the women's intuition. If you got women around you and they tell you they don't have a good feeling about you going somewhere as a man, don't go. Listen to that, man. If you got women in your circle, if you got women that's around you and they got a strange feeling, listen to them when they say they have a strange feeling. Please listen. That's gonna save your life. So I don't play about those two things, man. You gotta listen to them joints, man. When the elders speak, I'm listening. That don't mean I'm gonna accept everything they tell me, but I'm listening. I'm listening to what they had to say. Because, man, listen, dude about to turn 90. Dude done been around 90 years. He got a lot to tell me. He got a lot of jewels to drop on me. I'm listening. I'm all ears. I'm good. Go ahead and tell me what you know. Tell me what you've been through. And that intuition is powerful. Man, let you be with a girl. She wake up one day and you supposed to go somewhere. And she like, hey, I don't really feel good about you going. I feel like something bad gonna happen. Man, you better not go. Yeah, better not go. You better not go. I'm gonna tell you straight, you better not go. If your woman, if your mother, if your sister be like, I got a bad feeling, as a man, I'm telling you, please listen. I tell women all the time. I tell the women that I train. I used to tell women all the time. I say, man, listen, if you ever have a bad feeling about me in regards to something, let me know. Because I'm going to listen. Please let me know. If I'm involved in that vision and it's bad, let me know. Let me know where not to go. Please let me know. If you have a bad vision and I'm involved, let me know. I need to know. I need to know where I don't need to go. I need to know who I don't need to be around, who I don't need to hang around. When you, listen, if you got a woman and you bringing your friends around and your woman telling you, man, I don't trust such and such, man, you might want to evaluate such and such. You might want to evaluate such and such, man. You might want to do it. And yeah, the time you speaking about, I had to do what I had to do. I already knew the situation, man. The situation was just gonna be rough, but I had to do what I had to do because I felt like other people were in harm's way that I felt like I had to protect. So I just had to do what I had to do in that particular situation, man. That situation just warranted my presence. And I still feel like at the end of the day, it didn't necessarily go bad. Yeah, what happened was bad, but I feel like if I didn't show up, it would have been way worse. And I feel like it would have been way worse. It would have been a fatality on somebody's hand, man, if I didn't show up to that particular situation. So at the end of the day, I don't feel like that situation went bad, to be honest. But I had to do what I had to do, and I feel like some good came out of that situation because if I didn't show up, I showed up in the nick of time. In the nick of time in that particular situation. In the nick of time. But other than that, man, like I don't play around with it, man. I be listening, I be evaluating. I evaluate, man. People don't understand. People want to act like we don't listen. Nah, I listen. I listen thoroughly. You may not know that I'm listening, but trust me, I'm listening. I'm listening. Because I'm always the person of action. I'm not gonna tell you I'm listening. I'm gonna listen to what you just said. I'm like, that's interesting. I'm like, that's interesting. Like in my mind, like you may get the vibe that I'm not listening to anything you saying, but trust and believe, I be paying attention. I'm observing, I be listening, man. People don't even be knowing I'm listening. People don't even be knowing, man. People do not literally be knowing. People be thinking that I'm not engaged in a conversation, that I'm not listening, and it be the total opposite. It be the other way around. I'm fully attentive, man. I'm listening. I'm listening. And I'm about to implement something that you said, and you ain't even gonna know it and realize it. So it is what it is, man. Like I said, man, it's a lot. It's a lot of I don't even want to call it pressure. That's the wrong word, man. But it's a lot that comes with just being different, man. A lot of people say they different, but they not, man. But it's a lot that just comes with being different. When you accept the fact and the reality that you different, you just gotta accept the fact and the reality that you just not gonna get along with a lot of people, man. That you're not gonna mesh with a lot of people. You just gotta accept that, man. You just not gonna get along with a lot of people, man. Your circle is not going to be large. You not gonna be popular. You just not gonna be that person, man. You're not gonna be that person. You're gonna have a lot of people that's hating on you, whether it be overtly or whether it be covertly, man. Either way, you're gonna have some people that's hating on you, that just want to see you fail. They just want to debunk what you're saying, man. When you gotta accept the fact that you're different and you have a different perspective, you gotta accept everything that comes along with it. And again, when they say it's lonely at the top, yeah, it can be lonely being different, you know? So you just gotta accept that reality, man. You're just not gonna roll with a lot of people when you're different, man. You're not gonna because you ain't rolling with the herd, man. So you ain't fooling with them. The herd like mentality. You're like, I don't rock with the herd. So therefore, you just do it off to the side. That gets labeled weird because you off to the side. Like, dude, everybody out here playing. Why are you off to the side kicking these rocks? I mean, because I don't feel like interacting with everybody. I just don't feel like it right now, you know? So you get labeled weird, you know what I'm saying? Anti-social, you know what I'm saying? And these, when you get labeled anti-social, then that's something that's negative. Like, I don't even feel like that's negative, man. Like, you need to quit calling it that, man. But I just don't feel like that's negative, man. It's like, I just don't feel like dealing with people because, again, People are energy vampires, man. They suck the life out of you, literally. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, like, I'm mindful in regards to who I interact with, man, because people are draining. People will drain you. It will drain the life out of you. So antisocial is not something that's negative, man. Me being antisocial is me preserving my energy, man. It's me preserving my energy. That's what being antisocial is. I'm preserving my energy. I don't want to be out here interacting with any and everybody, man. I'm going to end up drained. I'm going to end up fatigued at the end of the day. It's actual science behind that. They literally say if you have a job to where you have to talk for a living in regards to the art of breathing, like that can drain you. Like that literally drains you. So it's scientific facts behind being extra talkative and extra social and how extra sociable and how that can drain you. It's literally science behind that. Literally. Like, it is literally science behind that, man. So this ain't something I'm making up. So being antisocial, y'all can call me, you can call me antisocial. I go to a function and I would just sit there. I mean, I'm not finna be starting up conversations because, for one, I'm one of the ones, like, if I don't care, then I'm not about to act like it. So I don't really care to be starting up a conversation with you. Like, what's the point? It's fake, artificial. So I'm gonna just sit there, man. I'm gonna just sit there and I'm gonna just chill out. If you got a question for me, you can ask me, I'll answer the question. But I'm not about to be going out of my way trying to be friendly with everybody, man. It ain't happening, man. It's not ever happening. Because, for one, I know when I get into this conversation, it's gonna be some differences aired out. And I don't really care to be explaining myself to you. I don't owe you an explanation. I don't owe you that explanation, and I don't feel like arguing with you. I don't feel like debating with you. And sometimes I don't feel like hearing your point of view in regards to this particular subject matter. I just don't care. I just feel like chilling. So just leave me alone. So that's my vibe most of the time when I be going out. Man, you antisocial, man. You need to get out more. No, I'm good. I'm good. Like, I'm good, man. I'm satisfied, man. Just leave me alone. Like, sometimes my motto is, man, just leave me alone. Don't bother me, man. If I'm chilling, if I'm not bothering you, don't bother me. Don't do it. And that'd be my motto a lot of times, man. Just chill on out, man. Just let me chill. Let me be observant. Let me cool on out in the back, man. Don't come up to me and bother me. That's the worst thing you can do to somebody of my temperament, is come up and bother us, man. We chilling. We chilling. Like, for the most part, because we know how these conversations gonna go, man. Y'all be so mindless out here. Y'all be so deaf, dumb, and blind. We don't feel like having that conversation. I don't feel like talking about food with you because I already know how this conversation finna go, and it's draining. I don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to talk about politics to you because you probably still believe I should be voting out here. And I don't feel like telling you why I don't vote and why I feel like it's trash. So I don't feel like having conversations with you. I don't feel like talking about this stuff. I don't feel like you asking me, did I hear a song that I didn't hear? And why I probably think it's trash in the first place. I just don't feel like it, man. I don't feel like having conversations, man. I don't feel like it. Like, I literally do not be feeling like having them conversations, man. Contrary to what y'all may believe, this is it. This is my talking right here. Other than that, man, I don't be feeling like explaining myself. And sometimes I tell people, man, I say, go subscribe to my YouTube. That's how I talk to people now. I'm kind of glad that we had this. Like, you want to know something, subscribe to my YouTube and watch my videos. Because I'm not about to keep explaining myself, man. For things that I shouldn't have to explain. Man, why you don't eat this? Because, man, I just don't. I'm looking out for my health. Stop questioning me. Oh, man, you don't vote? Why you don't vote? That's the only thing. Stop talking to me. Like, at that moment, stop talking to me. Because I'm not going out of my way to criticize you being a voter. Not doing it. So don't go out of your way to criticize me. So the moment you try to do that, then we just stop talking to me. Leave me alone. So that's why I don't like to have conversations with the average person, because it always goes left. Literally, man. Because, again, I'm going to express something that's different. It always happens because that's how I am. I'm going to say something. They're going to be like, what? And I'm going to have to explain it. I'm going to have to explain it. And then the whole time I'm explaining it, I know in my mind that they're not striving to understand what I'm saying. They disagree with it. And they just want to argue. They just want to debate. Or they just want to be like, oh, that's stupid. So the whole while I'm sitting there explaining it, I know that this explanation is pointless. Because y'all can pick up on things, man. You know who is really receptive to your message out here. So those are the people that I can have a conversation with. But for the most part, people ain't striving to hear what you got to say, especially if it's a surrounding elevation, if it's revolving around progressing in life. They not trying to have that conversation. They want you to talk about something that's negative. They want you to talk about something that's toxic. They want you to talk about gossip. That's what they want you to talk about. But when you like, man, I'm trying to, hey man, I'm trying to eat better, man. I'm trying to do this, that, and the third, man. Vegan, plant-based. Man, I'm doing this for my own business, man. I'm striving to do this. I'm striving to do this type of marketing here. I'm striving to learn this type of investment or investing. They looking at you like, what? What are you talking about? Like why you ain't talking about the latest entertainment gossip? What happened in the entertainment world? Why you ain't talking about that? Why you ain't talking about a Kardashian or something like that? Why you ain't talking about Kanye? Why you ain't talking about these folks? For one, I don't like none of them. So stop talking to me. I don't like any of these people. I'm not fans of any of these people. I'm not starstruck. These people can walk in this gym right now, I'll probably leave. Get out of here, man. I don't want y'all in here. I don't care to have none of these people in my gym. I don't care. This is somebody told me. Man, you need to start training celebrities. That sound cool. I don't care, man. I am the celebrity. All the people I train are celebrities. You don't need to bring nobody in here that got a big name. I'm good. Like people need to stop playing with me. Man, I don't care nothing about a celebrity. I don't care nothing about it, man. I don't care nothing about these folks. Ain't nothing special about these individuals, these brain dead individuals. I don't care nothing about a brain dead individual that's brainwashed, that's controlled. I don't care nothing about that, man. So stop saying that, man. I don't need to train no celebrity. I don't care about it. Care about these people, man. Y'all gotta understand that, man. So I don't care to talk about. I don't know the latest celebrity gossip, man. I don't know it. I deal with the underground, man. I know about that. I deal with the underground. Like, that's where I know about that type of information. Y'all, that's what y'all don't know about that. I know about what's on the underground. That's what I deal with. Care nothing about these celebrities. You name a celebrity, I guarantee I probably don't fool with them. I guarantee it. I probably don't fool with them. Man, I don't care nothing about these people, man. I don't care to meet these people. I don't care to know what these people think. I just don't care. I just don't care at all, man. Just don't really care. And people think it's a joke. Like, I just really don't care. Like, if my wife was on here, man, she know about situations of people that hold certain statuses and how I did not get along with said individuals. She know. Oh, Tay, man, yep. I think we done all made that mistake. I think we done all been there, done that. I think we done all made that little mistake. It is what it is. Guess what? Speaking of that, old Joe out here, and guess what people still doing? Complaining and struggling. And people was politicians, everybody majored in politics some months ago when it came time to it, when it came time to select Joe. Now all of a sudden everybody back struggling, back complaining, they back to being unhealthy. So again, what really changed? What really happened? What really changed? What really happened? Please, somebody let me know. They out here still banning the videos. You still can't say certain things. They forcing you to get a vaccination that's liable to kill you. So please tell me how the world just changed. So quit playing with me. Y'all was out here acting like our life was about to get that much better because this dude that's almost 100 years old and all this dude could just literally drop dead any minute. And y'all acting like our life was about to change because he got selected. Quit playing with us, man. Y'all still out here experiencing the same struggle. Same old struggle, man. Same old struggle. It's the same thing. Nothing new under the sun, man. He did not save you. He did not save you. You were not saved because no president can save you. So you were not saved. He didn't save you. He didn't make your life better. He didn't make your life worse. You made your life better. You made your life worse. You got a better job because you filled out the application. It wasn't because Joe gave you the application. It gave you the job. No, you changed your condition. You changed it. You did that. You that did that. Ain't no president gonna do it for you. Oh, they wasn't giving you the job, so you created an opportunity for yourself. No president able to do this type of stuff for you. So yeah, oh yeah. Let me please inform me of how y'all lives changed for the better. How it drastically changed. Y'all millionaires now or something? Let me know something, man. Y'all was talking good. Y'all was talking a good talk, man, about why I needed to go vote. Y'all was talking a good talk about what was about to happen. Only thing I see happening is them trying to get me to get a vaccine. That's all I see. That's literally where I'm at with it. Tony for sure. That's for sure, man. Lupe Fiasco, man. Words I never said. That joint dropped the jewel on that on Obama, man. Lupe was out here ahead of his time. Lupe was dropping bombs on Obama, man, before it was popular. You know what I'm saying? Before people got hip to really what was happening. That you only voted for the dude because he was black and he can talk. But Lupe, man, words I never said. I remember when I first heard the song. I did my own version of it. That version may or may not still exist on the internet. But I did my own version to that song. Y'all know it was a little more reckless than what Lupe was saying, but I was going off on him, man. Nobody playing with them, man. Nobody care nothing about these politics. I don't care nothing about a president. I don't care nothing about an Obama. I don't care nothing about a Trump. I don't care nothing about a Joe Biden. I don't care nothing about it. I don't care anything about these people, man. Care anything about these people, man. They are all puppets. They are all puppets, literally. They all the puppets, man. They all the puppets. So I'm good. It's the people behind the scenes that I'm focused on. Justin, basically, I remember Lupe said something. He said, I'm a part of the problem. The problem is I'm peaceful. Man, boy, I felt that, man. I'm a part of the problem. The problem is I'm peaceful. Boy, when you strive for peace in the wilderness of North America, you a part of the problem, man. And that's what Lupe was saying. I'm a part of the problem. The problem is I'm peaceful. Come on, man. Come on, man. Lupe was dropping them bombs on you, man. He let you know that if you peaceful, if you striving for peace, you a part of the problem. And anybody that's striving for that peace, man, again, you become a problem, man. You a part of the problem. You a threat to them. Master, you walk away from said conversation. Walk away from said for like, forget all that, man. Like I said, that's the only thing that has drastically changed that I see. Pushing that on us. That's it. It's literally the only thing that I have witnessed. So, man, miss me with all of that, man. I ain't caught up in what's popular, man. I'm good. If it's popular, best believe I don't care about it. Best believe, man, I do not care about it. Does it concern me? I'm not gonna even entertain it, man. I be in my own world, man. I gravitate towards the stuff I gravitate towards. I don't allow people to dictate what I'm about to entertain, what I'm about to consume. I don't do that, man. I control that. I consume what it is I want to consume. So again, if everybody gravitating towards it, I'm good on. I ain't running towards what everybody else is running towards, man. I'm running away from that. So stop, man. Stop playing with me, man. That's all. Like that's my advice, man. Y'all know the motto to tell people: stop playing with me. That's the motto, man. That's always gonna be the motto. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, this phone keep going in and out on me. It's blacking out on my end. Y'all can't see what's happening because it ain't been buffering. But man, my phone out here just acting crazy, man. So with that being said, man, again, I got other stuff I could be talking. I got other stuff I could talk about, man. I can keep going, man. Y'all already know how I go. But I'm gonna save some of that energy, man. I'm gonna save some of that for the next stream. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out for the night, man. It's been a nice stream. It was a nice build, man. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate the donations, man. Appreciate all of that, man. Appreciate y'all taking the time out to just listen to me vent, because this was more of a vent. I wasn't able to look at all the comments like I normally do. But, you know, sometimes I just got to get in my zone and I got to vent a little bit, man. So y'all know how I go, man. So I appreciate everybody taking the time out to listen to me build, because that's what we do. Builders build, man. Y'all know how I go. That's the math for the day, actually. It's the 8, so we build and destroy. And we was focusing on building today, man. We building on the truth and we destroying all the myths out here, man. So that's what it's about. Building on the positives, destroying the negatives, man. That's the math for the day. So that's what we was focused on, man. Building and destroying, man. So with that being said, I'm out, y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of this night. Y'all enjoy y'all Wednesday, and I'm gonna tap back in with y'all on Thursday for sure. So y'all be easy, man. I'm out. Peace.